Okay, welcome to this week's watch list. Got a few things to show you today, so hopefully you learn a lot from this video. And as always, if there's any pairs that you want to look at other than the main ones that I look at, just these four USD CHF sometimes, and then gold and Nasdaq, then just let me know and I can send you my analysis. You can send me yours and I can have a look. But just something I've seen now on gold, not much has changed. This is the same kind of analysis in the weekly time frame that I've had for a while. Looking for ultimately at some point a longer pullback to this zone before continuing up. That's on the weekly, nothing else to really see other than this huge wick and push down. So that's what I'm going to get into when we go to the lower time frame. But as you can see, again, price is still bullish, and I'm still also waiting for more short term, a push to this zone, because there's order flow here. This demand zone, order block got respected, and then left another one with clear liquidity grab, push down, push up. But this thing here is a bit not nice. You don't want to see that when you've got a bullish bias, because liquidity has been taken on the buy side, which suggests that we're going to go down. But what we can see is on the 4 hour that market structure has been pushing up, and it's reached this zone. Somewhere in this wick, there has been a reaction. There was obviously a lot of selling in this wick area, and price has just kind of tapped into it and then reacted off it. And now market structure has changed from being bullish to bearish, and it's left this nice liquidity grab. Price pushed down, and then price shot up, shot down, imbalance to the upside over here, and imbalance to the downside over here. And it's like broken structure, so clear bearish trend here for me, and maybe this is a little bit of inducement just below the zone. So something else I might look to trade, I probably will, is just setting limits on here and trying to target down a bit to wherever we get a push down to before the pullback. Or if you wanted to hold longer, you can go to this week low there, or even this just order block you want to do. But just for consistency and getting out the trade quickly, this is something that I'll look for, and I'll send it through after this video. But then Nasdaq, there wasn't really anything I saw. Price, there's nothing clear. Price has been shooting up, now shooting down. Where could it react from? Anywhere. There's loads of different order blocks it could react from. It could push down to this area, push up. It could push down here, push up, or it could maybe even continue down lower. Nothing really I see there, and there wasn't anything on the high time frames that gave me a buy. So we have a strong push up, and so we're going to expect some kind of reaction, maybe even to this original weekly demand zone. So we'll leave Nasdaq for now. On AUD USD on the weekly time frame, we still have these zones on the lower time frames that we're looking to hit, and this liquidity above these highs. And again, still recently what we've had, push up, pull back, push up, pull back, and this is the last leg up. So in this leg up, I'm looking for a nice pullback to then continue up and create another leg, target this liquidity, tap into these zones, and then see what happens from there. On the daily time frame, you've got obviously this whole demand zone, as I showed last week. You refined it down to a 4 hour zone that you'll see, but on the daily, not really much to see again. Strong push up, not really any pullbacks on this leg up, so maybe we're going to expect a nice retracement. If it's a nice deep retracement, then we can get a tag into our trade here, and a nice 1 to 6 if it plays out. So that's kind of what I'm looking for on AUD USD. And then the entry reasoning is just this point being the first point or the last point before this huge push up, where there's probably news, FOMC or something, but price shot up and hasn't really had a clear pullback. We had a little imbalance retracement there, but other than that, looking for pullback to this zone and then continue up. You could even look for a lower time frame entry, so we can have price bearish market structure here on the 4 hour, tap into the zone, maybe look to the 5-15 minute, see a change of character, new demand zone, and enter from there. So I'll look for that as well. But just on the higher time frame, 4 hour, I'm looking for the origin of the move up. So that's AUD USD for me. On Euro USD, something similar, but a bit more reason to doubt. If I go back to the weekly, you've got all these zones down here, but that's pretty much irrelevant. They're just daily order blocks, 4 hour order blocks and stuff like that. We still had this liquidity sweep and push up, pull back, push up. So here's our last leg from down here up here, reacting off this demand zone. So strong confirmation that price is going to push up, whereas price is going to pull back, and then we can look to go long again. But the reason that I'm doubtful is there was the 4 hour order block here, which is the daily wick, so a hidden order block on the daily and a clear order block on the 4 hour time frame. But what you can see, market structure bullish, pull back, strong up, and then hopefully another pullback before another push up. That's kind of what I'm expecting here. But on the 4-hour, if we go back here, that hidden order block that I showed you is this clear, very nice 4-hour supply zone that prices looks like prices reacted from. So if we go back over here, you can see price pushed in and then shot down, and it kind of left this other supply zone order block here, but then that got kind of tapped into already with the candle after it. There's no imbalance, so I'm not going to look to trade from that. But that does cast some doubt because price, obviously there was a lot of selling in this area, and it has been respected and price has been pushing down. But for me, I'm still have a bullish bias on the higher time frame. This is just 4-hour, so my higher time frame bias is still bullish, and I will see what happens up here. What it might do or might mean is that maybe I don't target this high, and we just try and target somewhere lower, some liquidity on the way up, because it might not actually take out this high. I might just continue up and then have to pull back and continue down. But I'll manage to trade once we get into it, and once I can see what the market structure and price action shows us before we get tagged in. Then onto GBP USD. This is the exact same setup as last week, but I can go over quickly if you haven't seen that watch list. Basically, yeah, still got this weekly supply zone the price tapped into, but recently we've been bullish, same as the other USD pairs, push up, pull back, push up, slight pullback. There wasn't really a strong push up here. Price didn't really close above the previous high, and so maybe we're going to get a deeper pullback. But for me, the confirmation on the lower time frames, again, you can just see the order block here. The price is tapped into and respected. You can see bullish structure on the daily time frame, so push up, pull back, strong push up. We did get a close above there, and then weak pullback and a weak push up. So this liquidity below here, which hopefully price will tap into our zone and go up. That's my thought process. And over here we got this demand zone order block, took out liquidity over here, and then shot up. So looking for a pullback to that start of the move, and then continue up to make new highs, hopefully. That's my reasoning for GBP USD. And then onto USD CAD. No trades that I'm looking to take. But on the weekly time frame, there's this kind of hidden order block, the wick on this daily candle or weekly candle. And there's also this weekly supply zone that I refined, I'll get into. So then onto the daily time frame, you can see it's a daily order block. Bearish candle, no imbalance above it, but price, so I didn't mark it up before, but price did tap into it and then push up. And so there looks to be some kind of reaction here. But then I refined that weekly supply zone to this daily supply zone, and price could trade between them, and I'm unsure on which way it's going to go. So just be patient, and if this happens to you and you get confused, you don't know which direction to trade, just wait for more confirmation, and that's what I'm going to do here. So on the 4-hour time frame, I was looking for maybe a clear order block here to go long from, but there isn't really anything with nice imbalance above it. The liquidity sweep here, but it didn't take out all the lows, so maybe it did, but 773, and no, so this didn't take out the lows, so there's still going to be some liquidity below there probably, so this isn't a strong setup for me to go long. Like I said, I'll look to see if we get some inducement here and maybe go short from this zone like I had originally planned, to refine it to the 4-hour zone. But again, maybe there's some liquidity above here, so USD CAD isn't looking like a great setup for me, so I'll just watch and see what happens basically. And USD CHF, I didn't see anything. There's nothing that caught my attention. We've just been pushing down, and maybe we'll wait for a pullback. But there's still imbalance above this zone here, so it's likely the price will probably come back up here before I look to get into any trades. And then looking back, there isn't really anything to go long from. Other than this, I did have a look at this actually. There's this maybe from 2015, maybe a demand zone there the price could react from, and we'll have to wait for confirmation, which there could be some here. So I'll mark up this zone here, but ideally there'd be a change of character before a pullback. So this is more looking into the future for potential trades, but that's pretty much it for this week's watch list. Hopefully it's been helpful. Do give me any feedback you want, how I can improve it for you, how I can make it more helpful for you. Yeah, have a nice trading week, and I'll get another one out for next week.